Rob Leatham at the 2015 NRA annual meeting in Nashville. I've been shooting for about 30 years and I've met a lot of really neat people. And at one of these shows, they all come out. And this is a chance for you to meet them. I'm at the Bass Pro Shop display at the 2015 NRA conventions in Nashville, and I have one of my, well, it's been a love-hate relationship. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
It dates back, before we got on this recording, we started to figure out when we actually met. And as I remember it, Doug Koenig was a newbie in, I think it was 86?
I think late 86.
Late 1986 or 87. I shot a match in Roanoke, Virginia.
Yeah, indoor nationals.
And another guy I knew there named Frank Bellert said, hey, I want to come out, bring this kid that was shooting, and I'm sure I met you there, but that didn't stand out because I know I won the match because back then I was still...
Well, it was all about you.
It was all about me. And but I remember because it developed into a significant relationship in my life. Wow, that sounds a little. It is, well, there's a lot of love. And Doug came out and practiced, and we shot with him. And very shortly thereafter, he started shooting for Springfield Armory, and we were teammates until he beat me.
And then that ended quickly.
I was ended quickly. As soon as he beat me, that was over.
Because it's all about Rob.
Because it's all about me. No, but it's funny because I know Doug, I know his family, I know his mom and pop forever and ever. And I got out and stayed at his house. We used to shoot on the team challenge thing
together. That was me, you, and Kenny Tabb.
Do you remember all that?
I do remember all. How do I forget that?
Do you remember the year that you said to me before we walked up there to shoot the 22 pistol? Says I didn't. It was a cart 22 conversion. It was cart 22 version
Peter
that I
stall.
No, I didn't shoot it. It was the cart, and the only thing keeping the firing pin stopped
was the sight.
Right, and I took the sight off.
And I remember us practicing.
And he said, "Why don't you put a piece of tape or something on that?" And I said, "It's been like that for years."
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
And we're in the match, and we're winning the match. And we go into the combo event. I'm shooting the pistol. I shoot, I think, one shot, and the firing pin falls out of the gun. I've forgotten about that until right now.
And all of a sudden, I remember looking back at you, and I see you fishing around in the grass. I'm like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "Firing one shot out."
Oh my God, I've never seen you so mad in my whole life.
It's like that commercial. You want to get away. You felt like you were that tall.
I think like, so I'm basically costing us the whole match right now.
Because it took us all we could do to get Kenny to actually shoot his target, shoot his birds, do his thing. It took us a month, and we had a chance.
Oh God, we went out practicing because we went to Phoenix we bought all the targets.
2 weeks, I think, almost.
I forgot about all that.
That was awesome. That was a lot of fun.
It was awesome. And then years later, Doug went on to greener pastures and started shooting for other people. He's got a lot of other sponsors now, and he's gone on to win, I don't know, a trillion other matches. Pretty much the best all-around shooter that may exist next to me. And but it's been a wonderful relationship.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I've known him for so long that he's still one of those guys I can look at him and tell him I love him. But there's just a lot of funny stories. The one I got to throw in there is the one we were talking about early at the World Shoot. So we're shooting at the World Shoot. Doug's a very rounded shooter. He won an IPSC World Championship before most IPSC shooters knew they were born. It was 1990 in Australia.
Yep.
And there was this stage that we had to, there were barrels. They weren't barrels, they were sewer pipes,
yeah,
right?
and they were big.
They weren't that big.
They weren't big enough.
They weren't big enough. So I'm in here crawling through these things, and I'll still remember watching Doug through that course of fire. And he's like this scooting, and he beats me by like, I don't know, an hour on this stage. And I was so mad. And let's not worry about the misses I had in the course of fire and all those kind of things. Ignore all that. It was all that stage. But then he was telling me, what's this thing you were telling me about me and Plaxco?
Oh, well, we went to play laser
shot.
I don't have any So
what
we did, it was our team, Team USA, and the Australian team. So we all went to go play laser shot at this indoor facility. And you got to know Mike Plaxco. He's always joking around. And Robbie's there, and they got a nice, cute young girl working behind the counter, signing us all up. And Plaxco goes behind Robbie and yanks his shorts down. Now, most of us at that time would just quickly pull them up, but he was in such shock. He looked at her face, he looked again, and then he pulled his shorts up. And I'll never, ever forget the look on your face. It was just, that's one of the few times anybody ever got anything over on you.
I don't get tricked too often, and that was one of those, oh, what do I do now? But, oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, funny times. Well, Dougie, I know you're very busy. Thank you very much.
You bet, buddy.
Man, I love you, and thanks
Love
for
you
coming
too.
to the show.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thanks.